Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our manual differential. So it's also called a leukocyte differential, so we're going to be looking for leukocytes. I've done this a few times, but it is always a pain in the rear. So I have a lot of notes here to help me remember. I've got my blood smear here that I made. Also, I have a paper here, that way I can put little check marks next to which cell type I'm seeing. So there's segmented neutrophils, band neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, and basophils. So that's what I've got sitting here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the light on here. Okay. Butt end's going to be to the left side of the stage, and then I'm going to put... Alright, so we're going to start by looking at the 10 time. And I'm just going to see if there's any large objects. Lots and lots of beautiful platelets. I'm going to go right to the feathered edge of this. There's nothing really significant that I'm worried about, so, yeah, I think we're okay. Alright, now we're going to go to the dry 40 lens. To adjust. There we go. We have a good staining here. Alright. Move it till now we're right on that feathered edge. Aha, there we go. Now we are in the money. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to put some immersion oil on this. I'm going to turn this to the 100 times, and we're going to go ahead and go in there and see what we see. There we go. Alright. So we have to count 100 white blood cells. And usually when you do this, you're doing 4 or 5 successive fields. So I'm just going to look on here. Let's see what we see. I'm at a good starting point here. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 9 segmented neutrophils here, so I'm going to mark down 9 check marks. Actually see 1 band neutrophil there. And then we've got monocyte, eosinophil. Okay, usually we don't see too many eosinophils. I'll probably not even see another one on this whole slide, but there is one there. Okay, that's all I see on this one, so I'm going to move up a little bit to the next field. We've got see 6 segmented neutrophils, and I cannot tell this must be a basophil, which would be okay. You don't see many of those either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lymphocytes. And cannot get it to 1, 2, 3, 5 monocytes. Alright, let's move up a little bit more. Hello there. 2 band neutrophils. 3, 4, 5. 8 lymphocytes. And I see 7 segmented neutrophils. Okay, and that is a monocyte. There's 2 monocytes. Okay, that's all I see in this film, so let's move it on up. Okay. 5 monocytes. There's not many in this one, so I see 2 lymphocytes. And 3 segmented neutrophils. Alright, so let me count how many we've got so far. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 60. I have 63 so far, so we're almost finished with this. Oh, there's a good one. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 8 lymphocytes. There's another eosinophil. So we actually have another eosinophil. I have 5 monocytes. Another band neutrophil. And 6 segmented neutrophils. Alright. Move her on up. Count these again. 5, 10. So we have 82 so far. So we need 18 more. Okay, this field we have actually 2 band neutrophils. Okay. 4 monocytes. Okay. 6 lymphocytes. I'm surprised I'm seeing so many lymphocytes as well. Alright, and segmented neutrophils, there's a bunch of them. So I'm at 88. 4. Okay. There's about 8 segmented neutrophils. So, 5, 10. So that gets us done with the counting. So we actually did see a couple eosinophils and we saw one basophil, but we did see a very decent number of band neutrophils as well. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a platelet estimate. So what I did was I looked over 10 fields and I counted the platelets. And so I'm just going to take all the numbers from those 5 fields. So I've got 21 plus 12 plus 22 plus 16 plus 25 plus 21 plus 23 plus 22 plus 28. Okay, make sure that was all of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now we are just going to add those together, and I got 212. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 212 and I'm going to divide that by 10. And that's 21.2. Now I have to multiply that by 15,000. And I get 318,000 platelets, which is adequate. That's a great platelet count. Okay, so just kind of discussing what I saw on my slide. I really didn't see any clumping. The platelets were adequate. There were no nucleated red blood cells. So I'm very happy with the way everything looked. Let's see, no abnormalities exceeded 10 per immersion field, nothing like that. So now let's go ahead and calculate our absolute values. So what I need to do is I need to come up with a white blood cell estimate per 5 fields. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay. Okay. Alright, and the number that I got was 21. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take 21, we're going to multiply that by 1,000, and we're going to divide that by 4. So that gives us 5250, okay? So next, what we're going to do is we're going to get the absolute values for each one of these cells. So we got our segmented neutrophils at 40%. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to take 5250, and we're going to multiply that by 0.40, which would be what our percentage is as a decimal. And I get 2100 band neutrophils. I have 6%. So we're going to take 5250, we're going to multiply that by 0.06 and 315. We're going to get lymphocytes, which are 28%. So 5250 times 0.28 is 1470. Monocytes are 23%. So 5250 times 0.23 are actually 1207.5 eosinophils. $52.50 times 0.02 is 105. And then the basophils, 1%. So 52.50 times 0.01, and that gives 52.5. Okay, so here is the number of white blood cells for each one. So segmented neutrophils are 2100, basophils 315, lymphocytes 1470, monocytes 1207.5, eosinophils 105, and basophils are 52.5. Okay. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to talk about what the different types of white blood cells look like and what they do. So, here we have a lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophil, basophil, and this is a regular segmented neutrophil. So, first you have your neutrophils. They are definitely the most common type of white blood cell in the body. They are medium-sized white blood cells with irregular nuclei and many granules that perform various functions within the cell. Neutrophils function by attaching to the walls of the blood vessels, blocking the passageways of germs that try to gain access to the blood through a cut or infectious area. They're the first cells to reach an area where a breach in the body has been made. They kill germs by a process known as phagocytosis, which means cell eating. By eating bacteria one by one, they release a burst of superoxides that have the ability to kill many bacteria at the same time. So that is a neutrophil. Okay. So now we're going to move down to lymphocytes. So lymphocytes, they are small round cells that have a large nucleus with a small amount of cytoplasm. They are very important in the immune system. They're major players in the humoral immune system, which is part of the immune system that relates to antibody production. They take up residence in the lymphatic tissues, including the spleen, tonsils, lymph nodes, and things like that. Lymphocytes make antibodies, which is one of the final steps in disease resistance. When B lymphocytes make antibodies, they prime pathogens for destruction and make memory cells ready that can go into action at any time, remembering a previous infection with a specific pathogen. T lymphocytes are another type of lymphocyte. They're differentiated in the thymus and important in the cell-mediated immunity. Okay? So, next is monocytes. There's a big fat monocyte there. Monocytes are the largest of types of the white blood cells. They are agranulocytes, meaning that they have few granules in the cytoplasm when seen under the microscope. They turn into macrophages when they exit the bloodstream. As a macrophage, monocytes do the job of phagocytosis, which once again means cell eating, of any type of dead cell in the body, whether it is a somatic cell or a dead neutrophil. Because of their large size, they have the ability to digest large foreign particles in a wound, unlike other kinds of white blood cells. Alright, eosinophils. There's an eosinophil. Okay. Eosinophils there's not that many eosinophils usually in the bloodstream. Only about 40 to 400 cells in the blood. They have large granules that help in cellular functions. Eosinophils are especially important when it comes to allergies and worm infestations. So a lot of times here in the clinic, if we see that there are high eosinophils, we know that there is probably intestinal parasites, or there may be heartworms. So we usually check that. Eosinophils work by releasing toxins from their granules to kill pathogens. The main pathogens eosinophils act against are parasites and worms. High eosinophil counts are associated with allergic reactions as well. Alright. And then we have, last but not least, the basophils. Okay? So, basophils. They're the least frequent type of white blood cell in the blood. They have the large granules that perform functions that are well known. They are very colorful when stained and looked at under a microscope, so they're very easy to identify. Basophils have the ability to secrete anticoagulants and antibodies that have function against hypersensitivity reactions in the bloodstream. They act immediately as part of the immune system's action against foreign invaders. They contain histamine, which dilates the vessels to bring more immune cells to the area of injury.